There he is.
Hi, everyone. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got MP. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Bailey. Then there's Anderson. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5. And for Phoenix, we've got Murray. Fleming is out there with Malawach. Then it's White. And it's Wallace in at the 2 spot. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Well, MP has made it known he's going after a lot of rebounds as one of his goals.
And you know, with MP's performance so far, after committing to the increased effectiveness on the glass, I'd have to say he is falling a little short. I think some of the media may be quick to judge, but it's one of those things you learn to be careful what you promise, as the entire NBA media sphere will hold you accountable, and sometimes that can be a bit tough on the ego.
And for the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP is an elite rebounder, but he's going to be put to the test tonight. During shoot-around, he told me, I really have to bring it down low. I have a tall task. This should be a tough matchup on the glass. The battle of the boards could decide this one, guys.
Absolutely. MP will have his hands full.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Look at the Suns. Wow, this is just game 2 of the NBA Cup. However, their backs are already against the wall.
Yeah, if you drop that first one, you have to get the second one. They're counting on this home crowd to give them something a little extra.
And then when you talk about Utah, they won their first NBA Cup game. So tonight, they're aiming for a 2-0 record in this group.
And if you look at the teams that make the knockout rounds, they usually start 2-0. So tonight is big for them, but it won't be easy here on the road.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Wallace kicks to White. The rebound by Anderson. And here's Utah. Pass to MP and stolen by Wallace. Over Anderson. Rebound Utah. MP with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. Here's MP. It's blocked. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. White, wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
You know, GA, it seems like a lot of players welcome the opportunity to play in Phoenix. Talk about what makes this market to a player who's so appealing.
I mean, the weather has a lot to do with it, right? Basketball is a winter sport, so for those snowbirds out there, Arizona is a great choice.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Now, here's MP. And up the court come the Suns on the break. That's good from Wallace on the assist by White. Wallace has got 5.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
MP, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The 3 ball. The Jazz with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's Phoenix scoring again. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season. So here we are, right in the middle of the group stage of the NBA Cup. And here are the standings.
At this point, if you're towards the bottom of the group, it's going to be hard to climb up. It's really tough making the knockout stages. Only 4 of the 15 teams in each conference advance.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He had 36 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. All around, he just seemed unstoppable, getting everything he wanted. Hopefully, he's got more of that energy for us tonight.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight. And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Murray, no good. Jazz trail by 8. MP outside. Trying to end the drought. Sinks the triple. MP's got 6.
Yeah, that's a key 3 for MP. If he hits these at a high rate, he'll have a spot in this league for a long time.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And stolen by Simmons. And here's MP for 3. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Suns on top as look for Utah. Buff's jacked in, and Bailey subbed in for Riley. So with Williams on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wallace is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Maloash. Then there's Murray. And it's Bridges in at the 4-man position. Now White following the 3-point attempt by MP. Back to Wallace. The 3-pointer off the mark. Jazz trail by 17. Here's Bailey. Last game he had 13. And that one's good. MP.
And the benefit to MP being able to make that shot is it often leaves the defense at his mercy.
And it's White missing. Utah's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, it's the biggest reason they have the lead right now. They have just been flat out the more physical team.
An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
I mean, he's checked in for the Suns. The Jazz also changing it up. Vukcevic is checked in, and it's Filipowski in for Lauri Markkanen. Now, here's MP. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. Shot clock at 2. A 3 from Anderson. Pass to Bailey. And stolen by Wallace. White against MP. Yes, that goes in. White's got 6 here in this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you.
All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And the Jazz with possession here, following the score by Phoenix.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
Here's Wallace. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
MP looking around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. MP's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's picking up right where he left off from beyond the arc this quarter.
Here's White. It's blocked. They recover it. Here's Fleming. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 17. MP outside. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it. Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Suns lead by 17. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Utah Jazz.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it? I mean, I guess, yeah, it's pretty hard to win that way.
Good stuff, fellas. And now, and I know it's still early in the season, but let's take a moment to talk about the conference standings in the West.
I think for the Jazz, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by the end of the year.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Filipowski. Anderson is out there with MP. Then there's Bailey. And it's Vukcevic in at center. Anderson with the ball. He's picked up by White. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
That's just great willpower on the part of MP. You can't let defenders think they can intimidate you.
And maybe more than any team in the West, GA, the Jazz, really committing to the rebuild.
Well, in the West, it seems like you got 13 or 14 teams all trying to win now, and it just doesn't work that way. So it's not just about talent. It's also about timing.
White, Wallace outside. The 3, and the Suns miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The three is pure from MP.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. The D is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain it.
White against MP. Here's Fleming. Back to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 14 points for the game.
They finally got one to go, but not until they missed 3 straight to start the second half.
And the Jazz call time here. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. MP is number 1.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Here's Vukcevic. Malowacz grabs the miss. Malowacz has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. And it's White missing.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
And here's MP for 3. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 21 in the game. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Anderson, how he performed last season. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
And that's a foul. It's called on Kamon Malowacz. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A 3 from MP.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
Out to Wallace. To the inside. Malowacz. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Here's MP.
Yeah, he needs to settle down a little bit. You don't want to leave this game because of foul trouble.
So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
And the Suns making a change here. Williams is checked in.
And you have to love the presence MP brings to the floor each and every night.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
14 feet away, and it's White with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Murray, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Utah. Trailing by 17. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For the 3. Another miss by MP. Suns leading. By 19. Wallace, the pass to White. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Both teams will make substitutions. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The 4th spot held by the Jazz.
Well, they were just automatic from the line.
He's checked in for the Suns. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
Mark Williams is out there with Yves Missi. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Houston in at the 2. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Vukcevic. MP outside. From deep. Phoenix grabs the miss. Missi's got 5 rebounds tonight. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Lets the 3 fly. Utah with the rebound. Filipowski's got 7 rebounds in the game. The 3 from MP. Buries it from 3-point range. MP's got 25 points.
On the perimeter, MP now so confident.
Phoenix leading by 22. In the corner, it's Bridges. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Williams with the block. Bridges passes to Houston. 1:53 left here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Missi. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game has gone, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
MP, no good. The Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Covered by MP. Pass to Houston. Now Williams. Now Missi. Clock at 6. To the right side. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Coby White.
Well, he did a great job involving everyone in the offense, setting guys up for scores, and the assist total shows it.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Back to MP. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Here's Houston. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And, Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. I mean, backs against the wall, and they delivered.